Alright everyone, the other day Trump had a defamation suit against him dismissed. It happened to be the suit brought by Stormy Daniels and her lawyer, porn lawyer, according to Donald Trump and everyone else. Avenatti there, who has presidential ambitions. He's not going to make a serious run. He's joking around, I think. It's a good way, though, to get new clientele. As you saw with that one Kavanaugh accuser coming to Avenatti, when you set yourself up as the anti-Trump and you think there's going to be a lot of legal suits related to anyone a step or two removed from him, yeah, you can gobble up a lot of clients if you look halfway decent. And Avenatti, in his long career, he is capable of doing his job. On this one has screwed the pooch, though. What happened is that Stormy Daniels' defamation suit, part of the initial suit, there are other suits ongoing, was dismissed. Not only was it dismissed, her and her lawyer were ordered to pay the attorney's fees for Trump. Now, Stormy Daniels had that GoFundMe, right, with over $600,000 raised. Unfortunately, every penny of it would go to Trump if he chose to actually seek those fees. Now, should he do that? No. What he should do instead is score a cheap political grandstanding point and say, look, the judge says I can recoup them. I'm just going to forgive this because, the time's passed. Who gives a fuck? I've got a job to do. Basically, I'm the president. I don't have time for this bullshit. Plus, I'm Trump, so I'm so rich. I don't care. Fucking keep the money. I don't care. He would score some points for that. Now, because what would happen is his opponents will rail and say, well, this is sexist. Basically, like he's trying to emasculate, or not emasculate, but he's trying to belittle, dehumanize this woman here who's making this claim against him because he's evil and one-dimensional. Everyone else in the country, though, will look at that and say, well, no, he's just forgiving it because he's Trump. He doesn't care about money. It would make him look strong. It's a very good 4D chess sort of play, I think. But then in the wake of that, he decided to insult Stormy Daniels and call her a horseface and talk about creepy porn lawyer. And people have a huge problem. They're like, oh my God, he used the term horseface. He's degrading women. In other words, it is okay in the minds of the left. It's okay for someone to come out and say all sorts of terrible things, not just about Trump. He's president, but anyone associated with him, like Melania this, Barron Trump that, Eric Trump that, people who aren't even in office. If Trump then responds one way or the other, he becomes an evil, nightmarish bully. And we've seen this time and time again. Yes, Trump enjoys insulting people. You will notice that virtually all of the time it is predicated on somebody else doing something underhanded or insulting him first. That's just his MO. He strikes back and he tries to do it harder than the other person. So someone takes a sly jab at him. He then gives him a roundhouse to the side of the head because he knows that it's what people will focus on, and it just gives him more attention. Look, you have incentivized, by you I mean the corporate media and Trump's, more vicious adversaries, the NPCs, so to speak, the social justice warriors with the pink hair, the people who go and waste their time waving signs around that won't change anything. You have incentivized Trump to behave in such a manner. You give him a cheap ammunition. You keep trying to wheedle and antagonize, not realizing you are literally playing his game. And also, you see some people in the media starting to try to wise up to this. I don't know how successful a strategy this is going to be. Saying basically, well, when these sort of things happen, we're playing on his playing field. We got to stop doing it. Tim Pool the other day, I think, said it best. Basically, the Democrats will keep losing if they keep playing Trump's game. They come expecting to play checkers. They end up playing chess. It's sort of a metaphoric adage at this point. That is the way that it's working. Trump is the king of the tabloid universe. He is the undisputed champion. I mean, he's part of the Stern universe. He's part of wrestling, which is very much in it. He's sort of the soap opera style Shakespearean individual. He's got an extremely large amount of acting talent because most of the persona that you see of him isn't even real. The brash running around on stage yelling Trump, that's not probably the way he acts in his personal life. But when we get advisors saying, oh yeah, he actually does act like that, they're playing a role, dude. He's paying them to say these sorts of things. And the tabloid fucking media, the CNNs, the Fox Newses, they can't get enough of it. They've been they've unwittingly gotten themselves addicted to drugs at this point, the main drug, that the heroin of our time being Donald Trump's behavior. Very, very funny. It's very funny to see people continue to be outraged, and even more, I think, continue to think that the fact that some people are outraged is going to move the metrics of politics or something. Trust me, any individual in this country who is potentially turned off by a party or an individual or whatever because an insult was said is not a Trump supporter. When you poll them, they're saying that they disapprove of Trump. 100% of them. Why? Because he's already done this before a million times. Very funny indeed. It makes politics more fun, I think, at least for people who are, average adults as opposed to maybe, brain dead, like, again, people with pink hair. The dye seeps into their skull and they become a little bit problematic up there in the thinking department. If you are of at least average intelligence, or you're not mentally shattered and you don't need a safe space, you're not a fragile snowflake or something, you probably find Trump's behavior funny more than alarming. A lot of people, though, still are gobbling down additional tabloid swill about Trump being fearsome and dangerous. He's a fascist or something. Calling somebody who has sued you wrongfully, according to the judge, it seems, for defamation, calling them a name, is not fascism. Believe it or not, Trump insulting someone is not even abnormal by presidential standards. Obama used to insult his foes occasionally. Oh, that jackass. Yeah, this is a dumb idea. Oh, Mitt, haha, you're so outdated. The Russians aren't our foe on a world stage. Horses and bayonets. This happens all the time. You go back through you can see where the president's insulted people on a regular basis, including members of the media. Oh, ye who think that it's an attack on the First Amendment for Trump to use the term fake news. No, Trump is simply better at the propaganda, which is what it is ultimately. Bill Clinton used to get very combative with anyone who questioned him, especially on a moral level. He would take the self-righteous evangelical tone and basically browbeat the person into submission. Hillary Clinton's done this too. George W. used to occasionally get hot under the collar in the wake of the Iraq era. We're talking like second-term Bush. There was that one famous interview where he started raising his voice and getting irate and self-righteous. This happens, but they do it as a reaction. Trump does it proactively. That's what sets him apart and makes him more successful. So when he comes out and calls Stormy Daniels Horseface, it's like, yeah, big surprise. Are you honestly surprised? And a lot of the people, by the way, that are so outraged at this, oh my God, it's belittling, it's dehumanizing to women or something, which it's not. It's a specific woman who happens to be insult-worthy. Most of these people are pretending. That is, that they can pretend all day, they can say, well, this is so insulting, it's so horrible. It's not that abnormal. They go online, they see worse on a daily basis. They don't really care that Trump would say such things. They're pretending for either political or for moral panic-related sort of socio-behavioral purposes. That's about all. Peace out.